Hi guys, it's Sweety Pie and welcome back. Back again. Oh no, there's a fly. No, mosquito. It's a mosquito. Oh gosh darn it. Mosquitoes. Alright, today guys, we are doing a first impression / review on the Naked Urban Decay UltraViolet palette. Gosh, now I'm freaked out by the friggin' mosquito. This is what this baby looks like. And I will do some up close swatches, of course. I just want to talk about this palette. I've only used this twice now. I want to reiterate that. I have done swatches for my Instagram. I have used it twice. I haven't really used a lot of these shades here. Why is it so dark? I mostly did a lot of these shades. Anyway, I want to talk about this palette. I want to, talk about it before it's old news and do some swatches for you guys. I also did this look today. I filmed that for you guys, so that'll be in this video as well. So if you're interested in seeing my take on the Urban Decay Naked UltraViolet palette, then clearly stay tuned, subscribe, and like this video because that helps me out so much. You have no idea how much a like and, a subscribe, mwah, chef's kiss. Anyway. So first of all, let's just go over some basic information. I purchased it off Sephora, which means it took 90,000 days to get to me. Actually, no, this came pretty quickly. I was surprised. It was $68. There are 12 eyeshadows in this palette. They are all 0.95 grams. On Sephora, I'm just looking over my notey notes. It says an eyeshadow palette with purple and neutral eyeshadows in matte, shimmer, and glitter finishes alongside a holographic pearl transformer. It's a duochrome blue. I have 10 of these. I could literally show you, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So one of my favorite palettes from Urban Decay is actually the Kristen Leanne palette that they collabed with Kristen Leanne to create. And this shade right here, which is Leo, is one of my favorite freaking shades in the palette. And it is this duochrome transformer that has a really beautiful blue shift. Now this is Lucid in the UltraViolet palette, and as you can see, there is absolutely no difference in these two shadows. They're exactly the same. They're exactly the same. The one from the Kristen Leanne might be just a tiny bit, not even sheerer, just maybe a little bit sheerer. But other than that, you could build them up to the exact same shade. So yeah, if you have the Kristen Leanne palette and you wanted Lucid, you already have it. Don't buy this palette for Lucid. Anyway, also there are the holographic palette from, do I have that anywhere close to me? I had it for a video very recently. Where the heck did I put it? Okay, one more look because I think it's in this drawer. No, I can't find it. Anyway, the Kat Von D, the little triangle palette, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same color in that as well. And I think you can get that at TJ Maxx and Winners and crap like that right now. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Where did that palette go? It's probably in my big organizer over there. Anyway, so it's the same type of shade. It's not a super unique shade, guys. It is really not. So don't go buying this palette just to get Lucid. It's not unique. So let's go into some swatches of this actually. I'm thinking, you know what, we just do swatches right here. So the first three shades are Trippin', Mind Slip, and Daze. Should I do them like this? Yeah. Tripping is that weird shade that they put in a lot of their palettes. It's supposed to be this really light. They've done it in the Naked Heat palette as well with this shade called Ounce. It's got like a little bit of shimmer to it, so don't go setting your eye with it. You may have like a little bit of a problem. Then you have Mind Slip, which is your like kind of like, if you were a darker skin tone, this would totally be like a pastel on you. It's, to me, it's like a base sort of transition shade. And then you have this one, which is really pretty. This one is Dazed. And it is really, really stunning. Let's wipe those swatches off. I'm the only person that brings nothing when doing swatches. Nothing. I'm just like, here it is. Okay, so then we have one of the other, like there's only 3 mattes in the palette. So it is Hacked, then you have VR, and then you have that shade that everybody loves, Lucid. So VR is a cooler toned matte transition shade. Then you have this one, which does not pick up very well, I will say that, but it is really special. So yeah, VR is like this special shade. It's got some blue like glitters in it, and I would like to use that a little more. And then you have Lucid, which is that duochrome shade. I'll try to get some pictures or some like video of like lower lighting. All right, then next you have the last matte in the palette, which is Optimized. Then you have a Warning and Cyberpunk. So what is that one? Optimized is a purple, like mid-tone matte. Oh, air conditioning. Then you have Warning, which is a sort of, it's more of a shimmer than it is a metallic. Oh God, itchiest nose ever. And then you have another one of those where it's Cyberpunk. It's kind of, it is a metallic, but it's not, like, it's more of just a shimmer. And that's what I think I don't like about Urban Decay's eyeshadow formula, is that sometimes when they do shimmers, they're just not like, they're satins, and I don't know, I'm not big on working with them. Then lastly, we have Euphoric, which I used this one today all over my lid, and then Purple Dust, and then lastly we have Digital, which is the darkest shade. So yeah, this one is Euphoria, and it's kind of like a duochromy blue. Then we have Purple Dust, and then we have Digital. And as you can see, like this one is the duochromy one. It kind of goes back and forth from bluey to purple. And then Digital has a lot of shimmer to it. Like this would make a beautiful smoky eye. But it's also pretty, like, I don't know, like if you were trying to use that in your crease, like Digital worked all right, the very last one, but it still had some shimmer. So my eye kind of takes on a little bit of a shimmery look, and I just don't know if I love that. Like, I just don't know if I love that. Okay, so swatches, you know, they're pretty and everything, but is this a favorite? I don't think so, guys. I feel bad, but I don't love like a lot of these shimmers here. They're just not super impactful. So all you're really left with is like VR and Lucid. And it's like Lucid's supposed to be this topper. Now I will say Dazed is beautiful. It is a super pretty like rose gold coppery shade. And I will do a look with just like maybe these right here. And I'll insert that somewhere just so you can see what those shades kind of look like on the eyes. But I just I just don't feel like this is like a super favorite. And now that I have looked at a lot of my Urban Decay, like I have this one, this is the Naked Heat. I love this one because there's so many mattes in it, I think. I think that that draws me in, that there's so many like really chocolatey red mattes. And the shimmers are really smooth. Like this Scorched shade is so smooth. And I just don't see a shade like that unless it's maybe, no, Dazed is nowhere near as smooth as Scorched in that palette. So I think, and then Ember, like Ember is a really special shade that if you did a smoky eye with it, it would be so, oh, it's so beautiful, so nice. So yeah, just let's go into the look I did today. This is the look I created for you guys. I used like a bunch of these shades because I figured those are the ones that people are going to want to kind of get a feel for. And yeah, it's just all right. There was some blending issues here, chances are because of digital being like creamier. And I am not in love with this palette. The brush works all right. I actually really like the brush. I've used this several times. This fluffy end is something that I haven't seen Urban Decay really do on a lot of their brushes. I cannot find my Naked Heat brush for some reason. Yeah, it's definitely not in here. But yeah, I really did like this brush. I used this smudger quite a lot to smudge some of the more shimmery shades underneath my lower lash line, which is not something I do all the time, but I did like doing it with that Cyberpunk shade. It's got just enough purple in it that it's very, very nice and very metallic and still pretty dark. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not feeling this palette that much, and I hate that. Because I'm just, I don't know. I just thought that this would be the purple palette of my dreams, and it's just not. I have a lot of other eyeshadows that I would definitely choose over these ones, for sure. So yeah, let's go into the look that I did for you guys, and then we will do our last little synopsis of this palette. All right, now that I'm comfortable, let's do a look with this palette. So I'm going to start with the Paint Pot, and I guess I'll use a brush, although I pretty much never do. I have some claws on today. And again, like this palette doesn't have a shadow that I would use as like my, you know, base. So I'm just gonna grab any palette, honestly. This one has one, doesn't it? Yes. So this is the OTZ Pro 35 color palette. Ta-ta. Just gonna use this shade right here. So this is my, this is the second time I have used this palette on my eyes. I've done a bunch of swatches for Instagram that I haven't posted yet. I'm in the process of getting a new phone, and my phone is a piece of crap right now. So regardless, I will put those out at some point. But yeah, I've only used this one other time, and I did like all of these really dark shades that are metallic. So yeah, okay. What I want to do essentially is I want to take Euphoric, which is this like kind of duochromy turquoisey color, and I want to put that all over the lid, and then I want to put Lucid, which is that duochrome, in the center of the lid. So I'm actually going to start with that purple matte called Optimize right there. And I'm going for kind of a rounded shape. So I'm just going to start. I have a lash on my nose. And then I'm going to go into Hacked, which is, I'm hoping, going to be a little bit darker. It is. It's more on the brownie side. So I pretty much got my base crease down. This is what I've got. going down. So I'm gonna take, and I thought about this, I was like, do I want to use a base? I want to see what these shadows can do. So let's see what's closest. I'm going into my drawer. Let's just use this. I don't love this as much. This is the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist. I'm just gonna wet my brush with this when I go to put that shimmer on the lid, but I'm also going to take this CoverGirl eyeshadow primer. This is literally like glitter glue, and I'm going to place this on the lid, and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to go into Euphoric and just start stamping that from inner to outer. So pretty, just with like no brush or anything. Wipe my finger off, and then I'm gonna go back into Euphoric with a brush. This is the ColourPop shader brush. I don't even know if they still sell this. Whoop. Brush is falling off the table, and then I'm gonna go in. It is a little bit more intense, I will say that. So I'm just going to go back into that shade and spritz again. And I'm just going over the whole seed. Look at that. And I'm kind of dragging it up slightly. Then I'm going to take my blender back into Hacked and just kind of sweep that around. Now I think I'm going to gently dab into Digital and then gently dab into Hacked and see if I can just get a tiny bit more darkness around that crease. Go into Lucid with my finger, and this is going to be such a pretty shade. Dab it with some setting spray, and then dabbing it on the middle of the lid. Now I do have a little bit of fallout on my face, as expected. Ooh, that looks so pretty though. I'm just gonna blend a little bit of Lucid around to make it look nice and even. Go back into Digital and Hacked. And then, what am I gonna do for the lower lash line? I'm like really, I think I'm gonna go in with Cyberpunk on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take the little brush they give you in the palette. I'm gonna go into Cyberpunk, and then I'm just gonna spritz just a bit. And should we use Lucid on its own in the inner corner? Like, we're already halfway there. We might as well. So I'm going to take a little bit of Lucid on a, ooh, what is this? A flat concealer brush by Quo, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Very small flat brush. Spritzy spritz. Going that inner corner. And because there's nothing over top of this shade, it's gonna look a little bit different than it does on the lid because it's on that really purple shade. All right, I'm going to do this on the other side, and then I will show you the finished look mascara, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that look. I do like it. I love that Lucid shade. It is seriously, it's like pretty much, this is totally falling out. This is pretty much the exact same shade that I loved out of the Kristen Leanne palette, the one that she did the split pan right here. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. And, you know, I really did like the mattes work well. They blend great. It's just there's no darker matte to pull this freaking look together. And that's what kills me every time. So yeah, guys, I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Before I post this video, it'll probably be like another 3 or 4 days, so I'm going to use this a few more times, and hopefully if you're interested, you can go down in the comments and check that, or in the comments, you can check it in the description what, you know, what my vibe was. Yeah, all right. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have enjoyed my videos lately. I've been trying to be as consistent as possible. I've got some kind of fun videos coming up that I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, mwah, have a great day. Bye. Toodaloo.